Now I am trying to solve some series program using the for loop. So first one is 1, 4, 9, 16 and up to 10 terms. In series program we have to follow some tricks. Okay, so first trick is you have to write the position of the individual number. So position of the individual number is this is the first number, this is the second number, this is the third number, this is the fourth number, and so on. So the number from this serial number, we can, if I just going to square this number, so it becomes 1 and it becomes 4 and it become 9 and it becomes 16. So the series actually occur. Okay, so the loop will execute from 1 and how many terms? Up to 10 terms. Now what is the final value? The formula is, what is the difference between the first number and second number? The first number is 1 and second number is 2 and second number is 3. So increment is takes place here by 1. So the value changes, the how many terms it into the value changes here 1, so 1 into 10, so it is 10 terms. If the value is changes by 2 or 5, then this value, it means the value changes increment or decrement any one thing else here. So this value is multiplied by the number of terms. So as the value is increased here by 1, so 1 into 10, so last term is up to 10 terms. So I less than equals to 10, and as the value is increased by 1, so I plus plus, and then after within these braces I am going to just square the value of the individual of I and then print the value of I, and we can easily get the series. Okay, now I am going to run the first series program. Okay, series 1. So I have already written here that I equals to 1, I less than equals to 10, and I plus plus, and printf pow I comma 2. Okay, now as the pow function always return the double data type value, and that's why I am using here f for floating type representation, and after decimal places the number of decimal places will be 0, and that's why I am using here 0.0f. Okay, now I am going to run this program. Okay, now the output is, you can see the output is 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49. As per the question, the series is printed here. So this is the output. Now the second series is 4, 8, 16, 32. So as per the first tricks, we have to write the serial number. So serial number is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I am just going to square this number, 1 square, no, 4 is not generated. If I am going to just cube this number, then it is become 1 cube, or maybe it is become if I am going to cube this number, then 2 to the power cube means 8, but 3 to the power cube means 27, so not 16. Suppose if I am going to just multiply by this serial number by 4, then 1 into 4 it becomes 4, 2 into 4 it becomes 8, but 3 into 4 it becomes 12. So the number is not occur in this case. You can see by using the previous tricks, this program is not going to solve. Now the second trick is, now I am going to write the 2 in between in below every number. Okay, now if I am going to just square this number, so 2 square it becomes 4, 2 to the power cube it becomes 8, 2 to the power 4 it becomes 16, 2 to the power 5 it becomes 32. So the logic is, the 2 is going to square cube 4, 5. So increment basically takes place in the power sections. So loop will start from 2 and up to how many terms? 10 terms. So as the initial value started from the 2, and the difference between the power value is by 1, so 1 into 10 means up to the final value must be 10, but as the loop is in start from the 2, so it is going to execute up to 11 to print the 10 terms. Now the value is increased by I plus plus, and within this loop we are going to just square the power the value 2 with the I. Okay, now come to the next series, series 2 program. So I started from 2 and up to 11, and the power function is used here to square up the value, and 2 to the power I, it means 2 square, 2 cube, 2 to the power 4 like this, and now I'm going to run this program. Okay, so you can see the output is just like the desert as per the question. Okay, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256 like this. Okay, now come to the third series program, 0726. And again I am just applying the same tricks. So write the serial number 1, 2, 3. Okay, now if I am going to just power this number, so what is the power? Square, so square becomes 1, this becomes 4. So from 4, 7 is not impossible to generate. So I'm going to just cube this number. So 1 square 1, 2 cube it becomes 8. Okay, 8, and 3 cube, so 3 cube it becomes 27. And after generating this number, if I'm just going to subtract 1 from each individual number, then it becomes 0, it becomes 7, and it becomes 26. So this series is generated. So as the loop is start from the 1 to so initial value of is 1, and the increment takes place 1, 2, 3, increment takes place by 1. So up to 10 terms, 1 into 10, and as the value starting from the 1, so final value will be 10, and value will increase by 1, so 1 plus plus I plus plus. So within the loop we are going to just cube the number of which is basically stored in the variable I, and then after subtract by 1, then this series will generate. Now in the third series program, you can see I started from 1 and I up to 10, and it is powered up to cube, then the value will be subtracted by 1. Okay, so I think the desired output will be generated as required. So let's see. Yes, yes, the desired output is 0, 7, 26, 63, 124, as just same as the question which is given in the series program. Okay, so the fourth series is 2, 5, 10, 17. So I am going to apply the same tricks. So I am going to write the serial number of this individual number 1, 2, 3, and 4 like this. And if I am going to square this number, then it becomes 1, and this becomes 4, this becomes 9, this becomes 16. Now if I am going to I'm just adding the value 1 with individual numbers. So 1 plus 1, and 4 plus 1, 9 plus 1, and 16 plus 1, then it becomes 2, and this becomes 5, this becomes 9, and it becomes 17. So the series will generate. So so you can see the loop will start from the 1. So loop will start from 1, and after 1, as the value is increased by only 1, so up to 10 terms, in mean 1 into 10, so loop will execute up to 10, and then after as the value increased by 1, so it is I plus plus. And within this looping statement, we are going to square the I value, and then after add 1 to it, then the series will generate. Now come to the next series program, series 4. You can see the value is started from 1 and up to 10, as we are going to actually print the 10 terms, and the power the value by 2, that means squaring each and every serial number, and then after I am going to add plus 1 with it, and hope the desired series will be generated. Let's see what's happened. Yes, the series is generated like 2, 5, 10, 17, 26, 37, 50 like this, as just same as the question. Now come to the fifth program, series program, 1, 2, 4, 7, 11. So if I am going to apply the previous trick, so I am going to write down the position. So it becomes 1, it becomes 2, it becomes 3, it becomes 4 and 5, and so on. So after squaring this number, no, 2 square, it is 2. So if I am just going to cube, no. So if I am just to subtract, plus, addition, multiplication, nothing can be generated. Okay, right? Now I am just writing the index number instead of this serial number. So as the index number start from 0, so this index number is 0, and this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Okay, like this way. For this special type of series program, I am going to declare a variable and assign its initial value with 1. So and this value must be initialized before the starting of the loop. So suppose I am declaring here the value of k equals to 1, and loop will start from 0. As the loop has started from 0, so up to 10 terms, and increment takes place by 1. So the last term will be 1 into 10 means 10, but as the value is started from 0, so it will execute up to 9, so less than 10, and then after I plus plus. Okay, now within this loop I am going to add this k value with I. So k equals to k plus I, and then after I am going to print this value of k. Okay, in this portion I am just print the value of k. So now if I am just execute or dry run the program here, then at the very first time, so k value is initial value is 1, so 1 plus I means 1 plus 0, so k becomes 1. So value of k becomes 1, and 1 is printed here, so this is printed. Now then after I becomes 1. Okay, now I increased and it is up to 1, and it is when I equals to 0. So now k equals to k plus I. So previous k value is already 1, and now the I value is 1, so 1 plus 1, that is 2, and it is stored in variable 2. K. So 2 is stored in variable k, and now k is printed and value of k is 2, so 2 is print here. Now after then I becomes 3, I becomes 2, so k equals to k plus 2. So in previous k value is 2, and 2 plus 2, now so k becomes 4. Now 4 is print, so this one 4 is printed. Now I equals to 3, then what is the value of k? K equals to k plus I. Now the value of k is 4, so 4 plus 3 equals to 7. Now 7 is going to print here, and the value of k is 7. And now if the value of I is 4, then k equals to k plus I, and the value previous value of k is, or current value of k is 7, so k 7 plus value of I is 4, so 4, this is 11, and k is printed here, so 11. So in this way this series actually basically print. So the previous tricks by using the index writing the position and using this position, the series will generated in the previous series program, but this series program is little bit working differently by using the index number and assign a extra variable before starting the loop. Okay, now come to the next series program, series 5, and I have already declared here I and j, and where j is initialized by 1, and loop is started from 0 and less than 10, not less than equals to 10, as the LCV or loop control variable I is started from 0. So less than 10 means up to 10 terms. If it is less than equals to 10, then it becomes 11 terms, and that's why I am not using the equal sign in this place. And then after entering the loop, the j equals to j plus I, and print the value of j, right? So let's see what's happened. Okay, I'm just run the program. Yes, the output is like this: 1 2 4 7 11 16. It is just same as the series mentioned in the question.